Hey mountain bikers, Coach Drew here. I created this website to give you access to everything that my one-on-one clients have had access to for the last 12 years. I guarantee if you want to get faster on the bike in 2017, this is a great start. You're going to learn a lot from the videos I've put on this website. And today I'm going to teach you how to corner better. I'm going to take you through some slow-mo videos, take a few snapshots, break down the corners for you, and teach you how to pick better lines, and then teach you some drills, how you can go about applying this today and be faster on the bike just by listening to this video. If this sounds good to you, keep on watching, because I'm going to teach you how to corner faster today, and I'm going to teach you a little bit more about how this website might be productive for you and help you get faster for 2017. Now, before I get started on teaching how to corner faster, let me tell you a little bit more about myself so you understand where I'm coming from and understand my credentials in the biking business. As a professional mountain biker and mountain bike coach, I've created champions on the mountain bike and been on top of the podium myself hundreds of times. I've grown from a sport level mountain biker to a top level pro in 6 years. In November of 2011, I was signing a contract to be a part of the KenneFelt Pro Mountain Bike team. I've also grown my coaching business from 5 clients in 2006 to over 40 clients and my current full-time job starting in 2014. In 2016, I had numerous clients winning races at all levels, 5 of those being national champions, 2 from Puerto Rico shown here, Gio and Gian, and 1 Pan-American professional champion, Ricky Morales, shown here. In 2016, I also coached pro rider Kaylee Burdine to the overall win at the Southeastern Regional Championship, and coach Kevin Rigby to his Southeastern Regional Overall Championship and Georgia State Championship. Every athlete I coach sees improvements on the bike, and oftentimes when the right changes are made, mentally, physically, and outside of riding, you can see instant changes in speed. And here's one of the ways you can do it. As I mentioned earlier in this video, today I'm going to teach you how to corner faster. And this is one of the ways you can instantly gain speed by working on this starting today when you get out on the trails and when you start working on the drills I mentioned in this video. By working on cornering, you're going to be able to ride faster and more efficient and apply the power that you've worked so hard at while gaining fitness right now and right here. So watch, learn, and feel free to share this with friends as much as you want. I want you to be faster, and I want you to learn as much as you can today in this free video. All right, welcome to Mtbfitness.com. Today we're going to be talking about XC cornering for speed, momentum, and efficiency. Maintaining speed and momentum in XC and endurance racing is critical to your success on the bike. You'll use less energy and go faster through the trails. Make this a priority. Here's a short little synopsis of why this is so important. Here's a local course here in Castle Rock, Colorado that I race pretty often. It's also a pretty common course for what you find in cross-country racing. But as you can see here, there are about 100 turns per loop, and this is only about a 6-mile loop. Total for this race is typically a 24-mile race. So if you multiply that by 4, you're actually talking 300 more turns per race pretty easily. So as you can see, cornering in cross-country racing is extremely critical. The more efficient you are and the less energy you use, the more effective you are. And it doesn't matter how powerful you are, if you can't apply that to the mountain bike trails, you won't be fast in the trails, period. So today we're going to be talking about in this video 2 specific things. There are obviously multiple different things to cornering, and I'll have multiple videos discussing these different options. But today, the first fundamentals that we're going to work on are line choice. And we'll include some pictures. The goal of line choicing is to carry as much speed as possible through the corner. It's and I'll emphasize this in a little bit, but it's just so important that you pick the right line. There's so many different line options out there, and oftentimes you'll see that the line that actually is broken in the best isn't always the best line for you. And we'll discuss that in a minute. And then also proper form. Head up, weight in the outside foot, and laying down the bike. Those are the 3 points we're going to really focus on today, and we'll get you more faster and efficient on the trails. First thing, picking the best lines. First, you need to identify the best line, which we just discussed already. You want to try multiple lines. The reason why I say that is I'm going to show you some options, but obviously you're going to be running into trails that I haven't ridden before most likely. So you have to try different lines. And I'm going to try to break down the best concepts behind what we're trying to do when we're picking the best lines. One of those is going to be use the entire trail. Trails are, it is single track, so it is a little tighter, but oftentimes there's a lot of trail to work with there. If you have a 3-foot trail and you start on one side, 3 foot to the right, and end at 3 foot to the left on the other side, you've just gained 6 feet. So that's the concept of using the entire trail, which we'll review in a minute. You want to look for the best exit speed. There are exceptions to this rule, but mainly, generally speaking, you always want to have the fastest exit speed. The only exception would be something such as a S-turn where the falling turn requires different speed approach. So that would be an example of where it might change, or for example, switchback, back-to-back switchbacks, things like that. But generally speaking, you always want to be exiting with the most speed possible. Berms, always use berms when possible. This is going to be a completely different video we work on too, but if there are berms, in the video I show, there is a small berm, a little tough to see in the video, but we'll emphasize this down the road of what berms are. They aren't always man-made berms. They can be something as simple as just a little grass patch that you're using from the side of the trail. And I'll actually show you that in some of the videos to follow. It takes experience, practice a lot. As I mentioned earlier, you can't get better at this without practice. It takes thousands and thousands of repetitions. You have to engage your mind every time you're on the trails. So, recognizing the correct line and your line choice, applying and correcting. Try new lines and applying corrective principles in this presentation. So, let's get started. So here is a picture of just a local trail that I use quite often. It's that same actually picture back here. This is actually the turn right around. It's right in this area right here. You can't even see it's on turn here, so that's why I'm saying there's so many turns in this corner, or in this trail here, and most cross-country trails. But getting back to the actual concepts here. First, use the entire trail. So once again, I was talking about a trail here. This is about a 3-foot wide trail. And what we're doing is we're coming into this trail, and this is actually entering a left turn. So there are, entry. First, looking at the entry here, we're looking at taking the high line to the right and exiting on the other side. The high line right again here, so we're actually hitting what's called the apex. Apex is this point right here. And here are 2 different line choices. There's obviously a few others here, but just looking at the different concepts here of why it's so much more important that you take the proper line. So by going outside to outside here, you straighten out this corner and make the corner a lot faster. You're able to take more speed, and you're able to just maintain more speed coming both through the corner and also exiting here. Whereas this would be an example of taking the complete wrong line. Or even if you took it from the middle here, you can see that it's going to shoot you off here more. But this is just really trying to emphasize how important it is here. So let's look at the actual opposite side of the corner. We're going to have some videos here where we're actually looking at this in a little bit more detail. But once again, this is the same corner. The other way we were looking from over here, looking this direction. Now we're looking the opposite way. So once again, inside to outside approach is always slower. This is the example of, again, the wrong line. You're taking the inside. It's going to shoot you out here with speed. So you're going to be going fast, and then you're going to have to be braking at this point. You want to be braking here and not here. You want to be letting go of the brakes at the corner. So inside-outside approach, slower exit speed, more energy used, it regains speed. Since you're braking here, you have to accelerate here, and it's altogether less efficient. Outside-to-outside approach, while cutting off apex at the proper spot. Here, once again, is the apex, right here. So you're cutting off apex coming around here, and you're starting outside, finishing outside. So by doing this, once again, you'll be coming around the corner. There's no braking here, and then exiting through here. This gives you higher exit speed, faster speed. Altogether, it's more efficient and less energy used. So once again, just emphasizing the different line choices here. And here's the last shot. This is right before the video. We're going to do a video right after this just showing this. But what you're going to see specifically in this video is this apex. We're going to look at going both directions. But once again, emphasizing outside to outside. Use the entire trail. Highest speed is through the corner, meaning while you're in it, so you're not braking. All braking is done before the corner, and your exit speed is maximal. So let's get to the first video. So here is a video of me coming through this corner, exiting. You can see we're going to break this down in a minute, but once again, outside, let's look at it again. Coming in, so you see outside, here's the apex right here. Outside, bike is the outside, cutting off apex right here, and then exiting. Now here is a slow-mo of the opposite direction. So this is really going to allow us to break it down. So outside, hitting the apex, going back to the outside in the other corner. Again, now let's look at this at full speed so you can see how fast it looks. Okay, so that's how the corner looks. Now we're actually going to break this down in more detail. So that was looking, at first we were looking at line choice. Again, going back to line choice, identify the best lines, try multiple lines, use the entire trail, look for the best exit speed, use berms when possible, and practice. So those concepts, again, you can go back in the video if you need to review them before moving on to the next step. Again, that was the first step of today's video. Now we're going to move into the actual going through the corner and looking at actually body position and bike position, which is a extremely important step. Again, first was line choice, and now we're looking at proper form, head up, weighting the outside foot, laying down the bike. We're going to break down these videos a lot more. So here's that video we looked at earlier, which I'm going to bring up again. And this specifically is what we're looking for. First, pay attention to, first of all, entry. Again, exit line choice. You can see my line choice was way outside here, and then I'm cutting off the apex, exiting here. That was line choice earlier. Now we're looking at my head is up, looking into the corner. Number two, I'm weighting my outside foot. A little tough to see in this video, but I'll be showing you another video showing this. But what you can see is my inside foot is, my inside knee is actually pointed inwards where I want to go. That's an important concept. That actually will help keep your weight managed properly and help you stabilize the turn a little better. So you have your outside foot fully extended, and you're actually weighting it right here. You can't see it too much, but my pedal's down, whereas my inside pedal's up, knee is up. Third one, bike. You can tell right here my bike is laid down. Cues for this. First, and when I say cues, this is what I want you to work on. These are two things that can help lay your bike down better. First, outside elbow. You can see my outside elbow is up. There's also a concept of actually helping, actually forcing your elbow to point in the inside of the corner, meaning point it where you want to go. That is a little more aggressive. It might work for you. It's, these are different cues that everyone uses differently. For example, this is a cue that I used to always use, pushing my inside bars down. But now I also use pointing the outside elbow. It's a little more aggressive move, allows you to take the corner a little faster. But all together, the ultimate goal of that third part is laying down your bike. So you can see my bike is angled down. I'm using the inside of my tires, my actual cornering knobs. And this is, once again, this uses the cornering knobs on your tires and allows for faster race pace cornering. So let's look at this video again, showing you this again. So here we go again, outside elbow is up, starting, engaging inside, pushing down on the inside of my bars. Got my foot already weighted outside early. You can already see my knees starting to develop, and you can see I'm already looking where I want to go. Here we go, keep on coming through. More and more and more, boom, right through. And then I'm finally pedaling since I'm coming out of the corner. All right, next video. Now this is again going to focus on the same concepts, but we're going to be looking from the opposite way. This is going to be a full slow-mo video, and we're going to really break it down for you. So here we go. We're going to watch the video first, slow motion, coming through, weighted outside foot, knee inside, pushing down the bars, outside elbows up, looking in the corner. There we go. All right, so here is the breakdown of what we're looking at there. Head is up, looking into the corner. As I mentioned, my weight, and once again, this is like I said in the older video, this is really where we can emphasize this part. I'm weighting my outside foot. You can see it's fully extended. I'm actually putting a lot of weight on this outside foot. What that does is it engages my tires better, engages my tire knobs better, gives me stability through the corner. I'm not braking through the corner. The braking is done well back here. This is all just letting go and using the tire knobs appropriately and using the tires. The other things you're going to notice here, so first of all, outside foot weighted, inside foot or inside knee is pointing to where I want to go. It's actually pointing on the inside. You can see this is all bent, fully extended. You can see the angle here, and you can see that my bike is laid down. Outside elbows up, inside arm, which is a little tough to see in this video, but you saw in the other video, is I'm pushing down the inside of the handlebars. So let's look at the slow motion video again for you, so you can see this again. Outside foot, pushing down. Inside knee is already engaged. This is well before the corner is even going in. You can already see my bike is laid down already. Outside elbow, inside handlebars, looking where I want to go. So let's look at that in a little faster video, putting it all together. All right, so again, that's full speed. And we'll look at it one more time. All right, so that's it for this video series. Once again, we're looking at applying these two concepts. This is what we looked at. We looked at line choice. Goal again is to carry max speed through the corner by picking the right lines. We'll have more videos on more line choices through here, but ultimately again, you need to recognize what is the right line by trying different lines and by picking different scenarios and then applying the proper form. Head up, weighting the outside foot, laying down the bike. So again, be engaged, focus on one thing at a time. That's one of the key concepts here, meaning you have these two choices here, you have multiple choices within each of these. Go back through these videos, look at each one, focus on one thing at a time. Pick a corner. So your goal at this point is go pick a corner and start applying these concepts. Focus on maybe, for example, when you're picking lines, try different lines, see which one applies right, or see which one works the best. Try using the entire trail. Use berms when possible. Once again, there'll be another video on this. Look for the fastest exit speed and practice this. Recognize the correct line in your line choice. Apply the correct and then apply the correct one. Going back to the other concepts, cornering technique, remember head up, so this might be one of the first things you look at. Once again, apply one thing at a time. That's so critical. Try one, get it down, apply the next one. So here's your head up, looking into the corner. The second concept you want to try is weighting the outside foot, and your inside leg is against the seat, and also your inside knee is pointed inwards. And then the last concept, lay down your bike. You have to lay down your bike to use the cornering knobs. That'll give you more speed through the corners. So go nail it down and then move on to the next one. So we're going to focus on one thing at a time, move to the next one, and then by the end you should be applying all these concepts. That does it for today's cornering video. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more, I have plenty more on Mtbfitness. You can join and become a member of Mtbfitness today for $1 for 14 days. You can find that by going to the plans and pricing page on the Mtbfitness website. I do have a 100% risk-free guarantee on my website and with the monthly membership, meaning if you decide to become a member, pay $1 today. If you're not happy, just contact me and I'll give you your money back. No problem, no questions asked. It's 100% risk-free. Here's a look at what you get by acting today and joining Mtbfitness. How to boost your performance with the latest supplements. How to gain speed on your competition on both the uphills and downhills. What to drink while riding to increase performance and recover faster. The exercise science behind being fast on the bike and how to use it to improve performance. How to develop your mind for increased performance in training and on race day. How to race smarter, pace yourself better, and use better race day tactics. The best cornering techniques for speed. How to downhill faster. How to use a berm to increase your speed and how to find those berms on the trails. Increasing speed with pumping sections on the mountain bike. How to be more efficient and effective on the bike. The most important skills to increase speed on the mountain bike. Advanced skills on the mountain bike such as big drops, riding rock gardens, riding steep uphills and downhills, and cornering switchbacks. You gain instant access to all these videos today on Mtbfitness.com. It's the same exact blueprint I've used to transform hundreds of my clients into champions on the mountain bike. Until recently, this was only available to my one-on-one clients. However, you can gain access to all this right here and right now. I'm going to give you access to everything that makes cross-country and endurance mountain bike racers fast, and I'm going to show you all that in an easy-to-follow step-by-step videos. If this is something you'd like to take advantage of, right now I am offering this again for $1 for 14 days on my website, and then $14.50 after that with a 100% risk-free guarantee on it. All you have to do is click the add cart below this and move forward with it. I hope to see you on MTB Fitness, and thanks for watching.